reaction of the CEO, Mercedes Mone. And
Mone had the security. What an earth.
How about that thrust kick? Look at the face of the CEO.
And Mercedes, she wants no part of the good doctor. Look at this, hightailing it.
What is security by the looks of things?
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Delight. Let's do this, man. So we got Britt Baker and Mercedes Mone coming off one of the most fiery, maybe the best promo I've seen on the women's side of AEW ever. The only two that I think could compete with what we saw last week was, and they both involved Britt Baker, by the way. It was Saraya and Britt Baker from like when Saraya first came in almost 3 years ago. And then I think a couple of years before that, it was Ruby Soho. Oh, no. What year was that? That was, I want to say it was the same. It was the year before, I think. Ruby Soho and Britt Baker. By the way, if y'all don't know, if y'all been wondering like what happened to Ruby Soho, I think she got pregnant or something like that with Angelo Parker's, because her and Angelo Parker are actually together in real life. I think she got pregnant, but yeah. So those are the only two that could keep up with this promo that we saw last week. So this is a hot feud, and right now AEW is really starting to pick up steam. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about it when we talk about the Toni Storm and Mariah May incident from this week. But AEW's women's division is really picking up steam. And I kept telling people this last year that I felt like things were starting to change in the women's division. Because AEW clearly had the worst women's division in the first 4 years of the company, right? And I'm telling you right now, like, as of last year, it's like right around the time when the Outcasts first got established together. That's when I think things started changing in the division. But it was a very slow change. Then you got Timeless Toni Storm last year, her character developing and all this other stuff. What's her name? Julia Hart, Sky Blue. Mariah May. Mariah May has been a big pickup for AEW. Big pickup. But the one person they've been really missing, to me, was Britt Baker. They've been missing Britt Baker. Jamie Hayter needed to come back. And now they got Mercedes Mone, who's in a proper spot as a heel right now. Let's get to what happened. So Mercedes Mone was going to celebrate again her victory against Stephanie Vacher at Forbidden Door. And she was going to try to do a proper celebration. But once again, guess who comes out? Britt Baker. She out in a cowboy hat. Came out, beat down a couple of look like security guards or whatever, or officials, beat them down, and got her way, tried to get away over to Mone, but Mone ran just like Liv Morgan did on Raw this past week with Rhea Ripley return. It kind of reminded me of that when she ran away. And Mone was really good in this segment, by the way. Like, Mone was drawing some really good heat from the Calgary crowd. One thing about Mone right now, she's drawing some really good heat as a heel. So this was a money switch up for right here, man. Because you gotta remember, AEW didn't take that much time when they did Saraya's heel turn. They didn't take that much time, to turn her. I don't think you gotta have somebody babyface that long when they first come into the company. Like, obviously those first couple of months, it's a honeymoon period. And when that honeymoon period dies, they gotta get into character, right? And so I think that's what's happening here with Mercedes Mone. Because she's just, even when she was Sasha Banks, she was always better as a heel. So this was perfect. And one thing that I would like to see is, because she thanked the EVPs, for, the celebration, I wouldn't mind it if somehow, some way Mercedes Mone was like a female member of the EVPs. I think that'd be pretty cool to actually solidify them going forward, is putting Mercedes Mone with them, man. That way Mone could do all this screwy shit to the women's division. I think that'll tell a pretty good story right there with her, especially when she becomes the women's champion eventually, I'm talking about the main champion of the company. I think you got some good stuff there going forward with Mone. But Britt Baker came out there, chased her down, and Mone left, man. And I like it because they got a long time into All In to build this feud up. And so, because last week was so hot, they got to throw in like little wrinkles, here and there. Because you don't want the feud to peak too early, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want that to happen, bro. So, I like what they did this week, made it small, and they're kind of building up this thing where Britt Baker can't get her hands on Mone right now. Like, so you could build that up, too, into the week, wherever she could get her hands on Mone going into the match at All In. So, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, man. This has been a hot feud, man. The women's division is turning around. You got Statlander, Nightingale, man, and we're going to talk about Tony Storm, Mariah May, next video. Let's get to it, man. Actually, we're going to talk about Mariah May and Willa Nightingale's match first. But go ahead and get this video a like, share, subscribe. Y'all. Thank y'all for watching. After dudes, the like.